awake when you called me, but I couldn't pick up. Stuck thinking about why I'm so lonely, even when I've got love. 'Cause I take one step then I spiral. I can't get out till I'm hurt. I wanna break out but not able. I'm laying down in the dirt. Maybe I just need some time to pull myself together. I don't really feel like trying now. Will I stay forever? No, we'll be alright. I wish every night. Will somebody save me? 'Cause I'm not okay here. Yeah, I'm tired of feeling like I'm caught on a wire. Will I be alright someday? I'm staring down at the empty, so full of regret. 'Cause I know for sure you won't find me if you can't see it.
What's up, Bootsy Scootsy folks? Hey, Sir Guido. Hey, Marcus. Good evening, guys. Continuing on our little due diligence here. Due diligence. I'm not at work anymore. I'm not at work. I'm not in the office. We can chill with that vocab. Working on Multiple Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell. A little fan art piece. Full of fun and stuff. Right now I'm kind of evening out the background a bit more. To just help even things out, I guess, is the proper wordage here, is what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say here, I'm making it more pretty. So we'll find out if this is going to be an early night tonight, or if we're going to be going all the way to 10, because I'll be working on this. We'll see. Knowing me, we're probably going all the way to 10. Aw. What happened? I'm sorry, Sir Guido. Yeah, what did they do so that I can... Oh, it's unclear. So I can mitigate that. Twitch was very vague. As usual. That sucks, especially if that was like their main income. Because they used to show YouTube videos and someone complained. Ah. That can do it. Like, someone annoying enough, powerful enough, can do that. Hey, Artasaurus! Long time indeed. How you doing? I'm getting better. Thanks. Thank you, Artasaurus. What's up with you? Okay, I need this up. And we're going to use this Marley, which was my interim purple. I gotta find Marley. Over here. Oh, my foot. What do you mean I'm getting better? I appreciate that. ¿Dónde está Marley? That's Potpourri. It's Tundra. Oh, no, that's Nutmeg. Where'd Marley go? Oh, it's over there. I never put it away. Okay. So, we're doing this. Dipping in the pink. The Sorae Fog. And we're gonna... Okay, apparently I dipped it way too much. No, I did not dip it in there. Nope. There we go. Alright, so I'm really not feeling that. I did not feel that track, but I'm busy working this. But the like I'm really not feeling any other music right now because I'm still hyper focused on Epic the Musical. So all I have right now stuck in my head is Suffering, and I love it. But I can't play that song. I shouldn't play that song due to copyright. But so, okay, Artasaurus. Some people are saying that art school is bad. That is a yes and no situation. It really does depend on the art school. Also depends on who your teachers are and how open they are, and what are they intending to teach you. It's me, Jay. Sup, Jay? So, with an art school, they want to teach you the basics. They should be teaching you composition, line weight, storytelling, graphic design. When it comes to graphic design, logo design, kerning, typeface, type font, how to please the eye, how to tell a story with an image, things like that. How to manipulate the rules in order to make whatever story you're telling in that picture really say what you want it to say. And then hopefully, ideally, what I'd love for them to teach, if they ever start teaching that, is how to market yourself, to do it for a living, how to find avenues of business to do your art. If they're not teaching you those things, then yeah, that's a bad school. Now, I was in I went to a public university, a state university, Northern Illinois, because they had a really good illustration program. And I wanted to do illustration specifically. And there was a really, really good graphic design teacher. That knew that my calling was this type of shit. Illustrative work, maybe in comics, but any of the abstract stuff, over my head. And then there were some teachers, there was a drawing teacher, just straight up drawing. He was more of the abstract work. He hated me because I did not want to think in that, I did not think in that way, nor did I want to start thinking in that way. And so we didn't mesh, and our teacher-student relationship wasn't good. And so thus I thought of him as a bad teacher. But I was also a pretty terrible student in that sense. I was also a pretty terrible student in general. So it really is dependent on how open-minded you are in the class that you are, in the school that you are, and how vice versa for the teacher. I didn't really start absorbing other people's thoughts and processes until well after school, when I found people like me that drew like me, or had similar thought processes like me when it comes to art. And I played off of them, and that broadened my horizons on things that I saw as weird. And you're mostly their favorite? Okay, that's good. I'm glad that you find the teachers are good. So are you attending or are you not, Artaceres? Yes? Okay, so you're attending. Cool. You are attending art school. Good on you, my dude. Howdy, Nightshade. Oh, you didn't hear. Okay. Are you attending night school? Are you attending art school? Yeah. Oh, you want to. Okay. All right. As long as you're serious about it, you can definitely go to art school. It's not going to be your only avenue on how you learn. Hey, user XN3YC8Z02J. Wow, I can't believe I said. I am drawing Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell. She's all wired up, as you can see here. And she's floating in some water. This is for an art show that I am submitting this to here in Chicago in a couple of weeks. And just doing stuff. Thanks. Thanks very much, user XN3YC8Z0Z02J. What's up, Nightshade? The shade of the night. Right now what I'm doing is just evening out the background so that it's not detracting from the rendering on Motoko herself. Because I feel like there are some white gaps in it. Some paper showing through. And I just want to make sure that those aren't. And it's glaringly white. Have a nice day, Artist Sirius. Meetings. Gotta love meetings. So, I'm using thing for today, guys, is that Lula went to the vet to get her teeth cleaned. And so she had to be put under anesthetic so that they can get at her mouth. She had some additional things done, like get a skin tag out of her cutie mark and stuff. And, for use for meetings unless good food is provided. This is true, Nightshade. And so she came home. She is high as a kite right now. And she's as high as a kite, guys. And I love it. And it's the most adorable thing because she is just like at 50%. She would just stand and stare. There is nothing going on behind those eyes. Those beautiful puppy eyes. And she refused. She would only stand, and she would then, after some standing, then sit, and then after some sitting, she would finally lay down. Like she was not sure of what to do for a very long time. So, user, I am using a bunch of fountain pen inks and treating them like watercolor. That is my medium of choice nowadays. And I'm using a variety of inks from a variety of brands, just depending on if I like them or not, which I do. I use the ones that I like. This is, for example, oh wait, no, that is not on. Right now I'm using this pink, which is from Colorverse, and it's called Sorae Fog. It's a beautiful pink, as you can see here. I like layering on my colors. And I get to know the colors. Like her brain only registered being tired of holding herself up. Yes, I think, honestly, I think so. I think that's the case, Nightshade. But, oh my god. And then, so she also has her donut on because we don't want her picking at the skin tag removal area. At the area where we remove the skin tag. So she also has the donut. So she's just standing around with her donut on. Just big gray donut around her head. And then occasionally she would just be standing off to the side, staring at something in the hallway. I was using Snow Globe. Yes, I was. And we were like, what are you staring at? And if I call her by name, like Lula, she would take a whole, like, a whole second or two to like slowly look at me. And again, there's nothing in those eyes. And again, it's like she's unsure of herself. She is very unsure. She was very unsure of herself. She's getting a little bit better. Itchy, itchy, itchy. Alright. Alright, now we're using Snow Globe. Evening out with Snow Globe over here. We'll start over here so I can go from right to left. Yes, user. Thanks, user. I'm glad you're interested in art. We need more people interested in the arts and just doing arts for the fun of it and for the heck of it. We do. Do you like doing any of the arts? If so, what do you like doing with the arts? And yes, they're like, that one brain cell was tired. Nightshade. The most tiredest of brain cells, I swear. And when producer San got home, that was the only time she was so excited that she started wagging her tail. Cause then they like, just before that, the entire that afternoon she was just, her tail was down and almost curled between her legs, the poor thing. She was so sad. Well, keep doing what you're doing, and you'll get to a level that you'll be happy with, user. And just bear in mind, I have been doing this for decades. I'm glad that I can say I've been doing this for decades. Very glad. Feels like it's like I'm never at the point where I am now. Sometimes sometimes it still gets me. It's like, people are paying me to do this, or I can do this and I can probably sell it really well. And it does happen, and it's nice. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up. There are going to be haters. There are going to be people who think that they're doing you a kindness by telling you you suck. Kick them in the balls. You don't need that type of shit in your life. Or it's like, oh my god, anime's not really art. Kick them in the balls again and tell them to shut up. Exactly, Nightshade. So, user, I also stream on Twitch. You are welcome to join us there. But Nightshade also says, the haters are just jealous and mean nothing. And I hope you never actually run into those types of people. Because you really don't need those types of people in your life. Surround yourself with people who want to help and support you. And not just saying, yeah, that's cool, yeah, that's beautiful. When you ask for, like, I want your opinion. How can I make this better? Those are the type of people. And if they are able to do that, those are the type of people that you want to have. Okay, I'm getting into the different music now. Nightshade, have you listened to Epic the Musical yet? Hey, Zappa! We've talked about the Matt Colville video, Leading a Creative Life, right? Because you're paralleling some of what he says in that video. I'm not sure, Jay. Possibly of many things. Possibly one of the many topics we've talked about and explored. And Ozapa, thank you very much. And long time no see. Happy New Year. Germany, right, Ozapa? I think. No, you've worked the last 2 days. Boo! Boo work. Boo earns. Okay, awesome. Okay. I'm just glad to remember. Because I remember artist Cirrus on the YouTube chat before they had to dip for their meeting, whatever that meeting was all about. But I remember the name. I don't remember the details of them. Aside now that they want to attend art school, which is cool. And I hope they do. And I hope they continue on with their best arting life. Ordered a brush pen and watch a lot of videos about learning. Heck yeah, Ozapa. Watch Matt's video about once a month when you need to pick me up. It's very encouraging for creatives. Okay. Then we have Ozapa here. Jay, if you got a link, can you link it in the chat then for peeps to utilize it and give the dude some more views? Ozapa! The hell? Oh! I forgot about that. So that was weird. I started, I found a new overlay I want to utilize, and I didn't install it. I only installed the alerts, so that was weird. And thanks so much for subscribing, Ozapa. Every little bit helps. Actually, Ozapa, one of my goals for this year is to get to 750 followers on Twitch. Because I noticed that my follower count just kind of stagnated a little bit last year. So I'm like, you know what? Let's push for that. So if you got any other creatives that want to sit around and chat, because we got some really good creators here, that'd be cool. Send them this way. Okie dokie. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Whole lot more even. The background is so much more even now. Love it. Watching videos where artists say it's better to learn with a pen just with pencil because you cannot erase. What do you think? That is actually an, well, baby steps, my dude. You can use pencil. I honestly prefer drawing in pen because I do commit to the line. I'm trying to commit to the line. I think I do allow links in the chat, but thank you for double checking. I think we do. Just post it, dude. It's all good. But yeah, I have a bunch of pencils, and I do utilize them, but mostly because I just like a solid line. I draw with pen. And I'm trying to teach myself to not be as sketchy. I want to be very mindful of where I put my lines instead of just like, oh, circle, circle, circle. And ink is so much fun. Hey, Cartoon Plays Games. What about in this chat? Oh, I'm running 2 chats. I have YouTube chat and Twitch chat, Cartoon Plays Games. And in the Twitch chat, I have, Jay has a YouTube video that he likes to watch every so often just as a pick-me-up about creativity. How are you playing Cartoon Plays Games? What? What did you do? What did you do? Fascinate. You gotta talk to Bam and Taru. Or maybe even Lalissa. Or Renea, sorry. Draw a box references for fun. I think I will set my learning routine on draw a box and drawing references for fun. Yeah, that's a great thing. Learn the basics. Learn to draw from life so that you can learn to break those rules about drawing from life. Heck yeah, references. You got it, man. You got a plan. Look at you with your plan. With a good plan, too. So what type of goal do you want to... What do you want to learn this year? I'm all about goals, guys. Actually, I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. Dynamic sketching? I do not recall. That was the wrong color. This year would be nice to get some better feeling for 3-dimensional on paper. Ah. But it's so hard. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. There is... Would you mind a tip, Ozapa? It builds upon what something that you already mentioned that you are trying to do already. With these songs with lyrics, I thought I had no lyrics on. Oh, whatever. I had to reload if you asked something. Ah, yeah, Ozapa, I had a tip. If you want me, or advice, if you'd like to hear it, it builds upon you drawing in a box and from reference. There you go. Burb J. Oh. For me, more fun is copying my favorite pictures from manga, but I heard the boxes help a lot for getting a better feel. Fair. You were gone for 5 minutes, user? Damn straight. Copying is a legitimate thing. If you want to copy anyone, I also have another recommendation, if you'll allow me. If you want a recommendation, Ozappa. Just putting some inks away. Okay, next is, and that is one of my things. Wait, what's this color? No, that's not the color I want. Do I want brunch date? Do I want to use brunch date? I don't think I swatched it. Let's swatch it. Donde está my browns? There they are. Did I? Ah, perfect. Okay. This color I think would be great for a nice warm cast shadow area. Or no, do I want that? Thinking really hard, guys. No, I do. I'm gonna layer. Oh, okay, cool. All right, so actually, this is a good point for me to. Oh, it's taped down. Damn it! But sketchbook. So the whole drawing in a box thing, you can expand it to include 1 point perspective. Yes, please, user. Yeah, get your sketchbook, fill it up with shitty sketches, simple sketches, and just get all the sketchbooks. Okay, all right, so one thing that we can do is, let's protect, oh God. Let's protect Motoko for a little bit with this. There you go. All right. It's dry on the back. All right, so let's pretend that this is, all right, here's your sketchbook. If you want to draw 3D, think of it as its own, don't just think about the object that you're drawing itself. Think about the area around the drawing itself. If you want to be able to draw things, you gotta start thinking spatially and also in relation to everything else within the picture, because it's not always just going to be the one thing. Yeah, sure, there's going to be situations where you are just going to draw one thing, but usually that's not going to be the case. So, horizon line, basic 1 point perspective. You have your horizon line, your eye level. And then you pick a point, usually sometimes in the center. For basics, sometimes in the center, and that's your vanishing point. And it doesn't have to be straight. This is just guidelines to help you just think spatially and everything. And then you just make radial lines coming out from the center. They always, yes, draw a box around it. And then you put spacers, horizontal lines going down and slightly, and they're spaced out just a little bit more farther apart from each other as you get closer to the edge of the paper. All right? This is the box. This is very similar to that box concept. So now, instead of just having one box in which you draw your items, so here's a box. Voila, there's a box in space. So you can put, and I do this all the time when I'm drawing something that is not exactly square. Oh God, perspective is totally a skill, Ozappa, and you just need to keep working on it to be able to start working on it intuitively. There's 1 point perspective, there's 2, 3, 4, and 5 perspective, and I've done 5, and it's a mind boggler. But I have, but there are times where I'm dead tired, and I'm working on a simple 2-point perspective thing, and the lines just aren't jiving, because because sometimes I just forget how the hell perspective works. So do you do basic shapes before you start the picture? Yes, user. Exact. And for example, hey, here are some examples of that. I keep it really sketchy. I start with an idea and I bust out the thing. I usually start with the space itself. Here, I wanted Free-Ren and Fern, and I think Stark's in here. Yeah, Stark's in here. Just to be lounging. It's going to be a slice of life pic that you would see in the manga, where they're stuck in the winter. There's a fireplace going, and they're being really cozy. So I started with the space, and I wanted to know where the space was and where I wanted to see them from the space in order to get that, and so I can place them in that space. Because you can draw them first, but then usually you are going to end up drawing both of them under separate perspectives. And then when you try to draw the background around them, it's not going to work. At least that has happened to me multiple times. So there. Anyway, that's, yes, I start with basic shapes. And to add to Ozappa's point, here's your space. So now that you have the box within the space, so you can draw a table. And with that table, you can put shit on it, because the guidelines also works within. You can bisect the radial lines even more to help you put a picture. Oh, I'm sorry. Boop, boop. There you go. So you can put a little glass over there with the handle and then some flowers. And now that you have, and since you set up the perspective lines, you can put people in it, and they will be in the space, within the space of your sketch. And let's do Free-Ren again. So, and this is what I mean by I want to be more economic with my line, more mindful of where my lines. You see how I could have just done that, but I did this. And that is a holdover from many years of just doing that. It's a habit that I want to try and break, because I don't want to, it's more like I don't want to wear down my joints. I'm 42 years old. I'm 42 years old. I'm going on 43. So I want to be able to draw as long as I can. Exactly. Yes, that is the thing, and that is totally a-okay, and a very good way to teach yourself to do that, and commit to the line as well. And so then you can draw Free-Ren, and there she is with her little thing, and then her little cape thing, and then her little boots, and then there's Fern is a little bit shorter here. I'm going to make her a little little baby Fern with her big ass staff, etc., etc. Okay? It's less forgiving because you have to think about it. And once you start, fell over on the other side. Is the art you are working on from an anime? This is from an anime. That is from Ghost in the Shell. The movie, Standalone Complex, Second Gig. And there was another one that was where she's even younger. Like one of her prior iterations. Hello, Every Art Form. Welcome back. Every Art Form. I just went over a perspective thing for Ozappa in the Twitch chat. You can watch it after. You can rewind. If you can rewind, can you rewind while I'm streaming? Every Art Form? I don't know. If you can, it might have been good. It is the end of Second Gig. Okay, thank you, Producer San. See? I can do mini lessons. I do not want a lesson plan. This is why I'm not a teacher. Ah, sweet user. Thank you for confirming. Oh man. Oh, I love me some alcohol markers. I haven't used them in a while. I should use them for my little illustration cards. But I really like my fountain pen inks. Don't call me every art form, call it as Ram. I'll call you Ram. All right, Ram. It's going to take me a little bit to get used to it, but sure thing. Copic was too much for you? Fair. I am a Prismacolor babe. These are useless questions, real questions. Do I like milk? Yes, I like milk, Mr. 21520. I really like milk. Nothing like a cold glass of milk sometimes. But yeah. But I am also sensitive to milk, so I can't drink it all the time. So yes, I really like me some milk. Well, there you go. This brings some life back into her, some color back into her cheeks. Dude, Ozappa, I prefer markers just because it has that much more surface area to cover a piece. Colored pencils are nice, but damn, if you're doing anything bigger than 8x10, use something else other than colored pencils. Oh my god. I like milk? Well, cow's milk. I can drink all the other milks. They get the job done. I got you, producer son, no problem. Anywho. My plan for the next time is just use a nice pen only and trying to get the perspective thing down. Like for the next few weeks? Okay. Keep it simple. Keep it simple, Zappa. And just keep plunking away and you'll get it. Rue is a little trouble. That hijack. He did hijack you. I knew it. But buying nice art from reference is a lot more fun though, and you see a nice result. Yeah. Oh, another piece of advice is, wait, no, you can, a lot of mangakas have have a background artist. Copy their shit, because their shit is very technical. Because they have to be very technical, honestly. What are we in, Drumline? I like this track because it reminds me of Drumline. Yeah, exactly. It isn't just as funny having the same name. Ah, that's fair. Yeah, I liked bouncing between Fascinate because then we knew who I was talking to. You can only drink cold white milk, okay. You don't like the chocolate milk? Alrighty. Ah, Ozapa, I remember I was talking. Oh, I just realized. My bad. Sorry, guys. There you go. I just realized that I remember we were talking about our favorite mangakas, and I was gonna say, oh, you should totally draw stuff, but we already went over that. To each their own, Mr. 21520. If that is really your real name. There's a whole YouTube channel about that, really helpful and motivating. That's pretty awesome, Ozapa. Got a link for it? I'm here for the motivation. Is she a part robot? I'm having a brain fart on what they call people that are part robot. A cyborg. Android or cyborg user? She's practically all robot, but her brain, her consciousness is in a cyber brain. Motoko's consciousness is. Android is a humanoid-shaped robot. Oh, Jay coming in with the definitions. Ah, the androids from Dragon Ball Z. She predates Dragon Ball Z. Or at least her character does. Or what kind of statement was that? That was not a true statement. What the hell was that statement? That was not a statement. That was ignore me. See, Ozapa, I used all my brain juice, all my talking juice on perspective. I'm now in a talking deficit. How long have I been working on this particular piece? I started it Monday. I started or was it Sunday? I started on Monday night. It was Monday night. And I drew it Monday. Did I ink it on Monday? I think I also inked it on Monday. No. Okay, no, lies. Sunday. I did it on Sunday. I drew it on Sunday. I inked it on Sunday. And then I did the background. I did the first pass of the background on Monday. Then I started rendering her on Tuesday. And now we're on Thursday. There you go. Well, I heard if you draw that your left brain want to speak all the time and the right side doesn't work. A book by... I do live streams every Tuesday and Thursday, user. XN3YC8Z02J. Every Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Central to 10. Yeah, what Producer Son said. So you are welcome to join and listen to these shenanigans. I usually work on comic stuff, some creator-owned things, and some more some personal stuff. Yeah, it's all about the process. Yeah, when was the last time I did a mini lesson? That was fun. Thanks, Ozapa, for letting me talk. Yeah, please do. Some days are more energetic than others. This one's slightly on the tired side. At least I'm feeling a bit tired. Producer Son isn't feeling too hot, so I'm like, oh no. Is that why I'm tired too? No. Okay, I got that. It's nice to use this color. I don't use it this very often. Brunch Date from Colorverse. Alright, next is Motoko's hair. Do I have a better color? I want the Takia. Might be too purple. Is what swatching is for. Do you recommend to learn an anatomy practice as well, or do you think you'll learn automatic by copying favorite art? ¿Por qué no los dos? Ozapa. Sorry, German. Why not both? Do anatomy practice? I would love to do another. Marley is still a great color. Potpourri. I would love to attend or do a life drawing class again. Oh, it's my favorite class. Work with charcoal, drawing pencils. Oh my god. I would love that. But, yes. Practice anatomy. And also copy. Oh, hold on a sec. Wait, no, it's downstairs. Damn, never mind. So when I'm in my conventions, and if it's a slow time, if there's a lull, there's usually a lull during lunch, and that little hour, like 3 to 4, and I like to draw people when they're hanging around, and just a quick sketch, and I've done that with and I actually do that at work too. During my lunch break. And so it's always good to have a little bit of practice drawing from life. It's so fun. And you don't chat a lot. You're fine, user. Alright, you know what? No. Producer Son, can you please grab in the living room, possibly on the, not dining table, the TV tray, there is a small A5 with a fake pleather cover. Can you grab that? That has a lot of my drawing from people, just drawing random people. Sketchbook. I'd like to show the class. I'd like to show these peoples. Y'all. I'd like to show y'all. I usually stream about 2 hours or so. Because I'm old. I'm older than a lot of people in the... How do I say it without being an idiot? I like sleeping. I have a bedtime. I want to adhere to said bedtime. Thank you, producer son. Another sketchbook. Ozama. All right. Anatomy practice. This is my take to work sketchbook. So I draw. These are my coworkers. This is Marquise. He's another anime fan. And here's Liz. And I drew snake plants and just sketches of them. Here's Eric. And then some other random sketches as well. And then we had a summer outing, and so I was doing full-blown sketches of everyone while they were playing bocce ball. And I used pen. So you see how sketchy these are? Like, I'm trying to minimize the amount of lines in there. Yes, streaming with cams. Lights. I have so many lights, and it's so hot in here. I have a fan going. Sorry. And then some real stuff. A dragon that didn't turn out too well. And more fern. More free rent stuff. I'm still in a free rent phase. More random shit. And that is... There's Zoe. Pencil. See how messy that is? Hold on, I got something for you guys. There is... There you go. At another convention, there was a slow time, so I started drawing these people. Because there were some tables in front of me, so I just started, like, really quickly sketching some stuff out. Yeah, I do draw some... I tried to draw some mechs. Here's an old lady. I do draw dragons for funsies. It was nice. It's nice. But I like to draw people. And when I'm not really thinking much, I like to draw... Oh, here's the latest sketch. Not obvious. I like to hatch a lot, which is why I want to save all my energy for all the hatching. All the lines. Not with the sketching, but with the hatching. So there you go. And we're back to this. Oh man, hatching is so satisfying once you get into once you lock in Ozapa, it's fun. But then once you lock in and then your wrist gets tired, it's like, no, I don't want to stop, but I gotta stop and rest. Hatching, just like perspective, is just another skill, is another skill to build up. And believe you me, when I stopped doing cross hatching for a while and then I started back up again, it's like, oh dang, I don't remember how to do this. It's like when you play a video game and then you stop a little bit because you got frustrated with it, and then you start it back up after a month of not playing it. It's like, what was I doing? Feels so fulfilling. Maybe it's weird, but for Ozapa, inking feels so fulfilling, even if it's not really good art. Just the feel of it, and the same for hatching with it. Yeah, cause It is a translation of the thought in your brain to something tangible and solid in the physical world. You substantiated it. You like that Midwestern A? Substantiated it. For reals, user. Alright. I think we had a nice subtle, the darkness here and this mat don't clash with each other, so that's good. That is a very, so I totally feel ya, Ozapa. I was wholly digital for the longest time, mainly because I didn't have the space for it. Still, like this, I now have more space, and so being able to have these things in hand, it's so great. It's so good. I've gone like through like 4 or 5 sketchbooks in the past couple of years too, so being able, and like I go back to those, and it's so much easier to go back to the sketchbook and flip through it than to go and click and open up every single file. Mark my words, guys. There is gonna be a total... Thanks, Jay! Thank you, my man! There's gonna be a complete... not a complete, but there's going to be another movement back to analog. I swear to you. To physical stuff. To physical works. To physical work as a choice. For me, it's like the same, like old video games with a nice handbook in case and case. Yes! All the lore and stuff inside it. Oh, Jay! Aw, wah wah. To make an art like this, how many hours did it take to do? Well, this one I started on Sunday. So we've easily done 3. Producer's on stream was 3 hours. So 6, 8 on 8. So we're going up on 9 hours so far every RAM. We're coming up at 9 hours. We're going to round it out at 10, I think. If I did my math right. If my timeline's correct. Sunday's when I started it, so that was practically 3 hours or so. Because Producer's on stream for 3 hours. Maybe a little bit less, because I know I started it midstream. Rounding it up to the 3. 3, and then 3 on Producer's on stream on Monday. 2 on Tuesday for this live stream. And then easily another 2 here. So math, 10. That'll be 10. And I am close. I want to say that this will get finished. So there. Wah wah wah. Well, don't you worry, guys. On the gambling, if you hit 99 or 100, it's like 5 times. The multiplier is 5 times. So if you just do one more roll. Just one more roll, guys. You can make it big. So yeah, this is how I've put in a solid day's work day into this, spaced out over the couple of days, 4 days. Did I say that right? I think I did. Anyway, when I showed some copy pieces to your family, I got told if I could draw some person from life or animal, then I feel under pressure somehow not good enough yet. You know maybe what I mean? Yeah, I do. Photorealism, like, drawing from life doesn't necessarily mean photorealistic. Drawing from life means you can represent it and that it is recognizable as the object that you drew. Drawing it to the point that it is recognizable. Same thing with portraiture. A caricature is drawing from, you know how, is this just solely an American thing where caricatures are a thing at festivals or whatever? Caricature artists draw from life, but it's not photorealistic. Think about it that way, guys. Like when I feel fine with manga art, for example, right now I don't want to draw other things when I'm not in the feel for it right now. All right, Ozapa. Manga is a storytelling medium. It is not a style. Because there are many different artists that draw wildly different from, as you know, One Piece, with What's-His-Face, and Dragon Ball Z, completely different styles, completely different looks. And then you go from there, you can actually get some really fine art look with Witch Hat Atelier, which still has the hallmarks of a mangaka and everything, but then you get to Takehiko Inoue, I think, Slam Dunk, and Vagabond. Yes, Ozapa. So don't limit yourself to that. It is still something that you can strive to do. You can do more realistic if you want to. Or like Berserk. Berserk still has some realistic human proportions. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Realistic human proportions. You can look toward Vagabond and Slam Dunk on the later things. And there's plenty of others. What color am I using? What is... That's not the right color. That's not the color. What's up, Ray? Ram? What you need? Of course you can ask. I will answer if it's something that I can answer. I'm not late. I arrived precisely when I mean to, is what I'm saying. I'm still reading One Piece, and I'm always amazed by every manga panel, which slows down your reading speed. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. That's the whole point, Ozapa. Nothing with how long that is, that can be serious. Wait, what? The world building is really what gets you all the time. How long has that manga been going? Ozappa, One Piece, how long is that? Like, didn't he release like a huge mural type thing? Or like 450, 45 billion pages. Damn. That's an investment if you ever want to like buy all the volumes. Dang. Okay. Like Conan. Conan! Oh yeah, I kind of remember. Oh. Ears getting dry. Need water. Nightshade is not over 9,000. His power is over 9,000. Thanks, user. Thanks. You need to get onto more live streams, my dude. Well, Zappa's just keeping me on my toes with all his awesome questions. Yours too, by the way. All right. See you later, Ram. Thanks for stopping by again. Peace out. All right. I need to clean up some things on this. And I need to differentiate. What's really annoying is that these orange lines are starting to blend in with the background. So I'm going to do something else. Y'all good, Ozappa? Y'all good. It keeps me from getting actually the split, the division in concentration. It's helping me notice things in the piece itself. Like what are yes, it's distracting me, but it's a good distraction because you get tired, like after a while you get tired of looking at the same thing, and then you start glossing over things that you would have easily had seen with fresh eyes. So breaking my brain concentration is helpful. It's helpful. So don't be sorry. You're not a bother. This is why I stream, honestly. Because if I don't talk to people, I get weird. And that's what I've been telling people at work when I come to the office. It's like, oh my God, you're here. It's like, yeah, I need to talk to people. I'm getting weird. Getting weird. What is my most favorite anime? User, that depends on my mood. That depends on the mood. I'm in, I guess. Yeah, it does. So, what the hell is this song? Okay, we're gonna skip this one. Boop. So when I'm in a existential mood, I like Evangelion. Evangelion is one of my favorites of all time. And I actually prefer the movies over the series now. Because I like the ending. If I watch the end of Evangelion, oh my God, I am depressed the rest of the day. But if I watch the remake movies, I'm not depressed the rest of the day. There you go. My favorite sports anime of all time is Slam Dunk. Mainly because it was my first one, I think. Yeah, it was my first sports anime. And it had a bangin'. It had two bangin'. Absolutely slaps. Gonna make everyone cringe. Intro songs. Whatever you call it. Opening title songs. Love them. Burp. I made Jay cringe so bad he'd be right back. He burped on me. I know what I did. Shoujo anime? Oh, favorite shonen anime is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Because, like One Piece with Yu Ozapa, I love the world building on that one. And its magic system. And just the growth of it all. I was tired and fucking woke up after a few hours middle of the night. So weird. What? Where'd the other brush go? Oh, there you are. Wanted to say I saw that you are live. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right, because you are in the you're in Europe. You are in Europe, so it is either really late for you or really early for you. Depending on how you slice it. You made it! What happened, Jersey? You alright? Welcome back? You alright? Oh, the alumni thing. Oh, you're good, dude. Thanks. You didn't have to rush, but thank you for rushing. Wham! How was your alumni thing? Did you have a good time? Yes, a very creamer. That's a practically Kool-Aid man. Kool-Aid man it. You did a Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah. With time to spare, might I say. Yay, Dad! like this track. It's a fun track. I do like this track. Dig this track. Alright, next is the wires. Coming up down to the wire. Getting the details. Little bits of ink here and there. Here and there, excuse me. And then we can use our trusty opaque white for pops of bright white. To add further clarity. Unfortunately, the magic gel pen will not make an appearance because it will not be able to handle this amount of pigment. Need to go straight for the big guns. Ooh, what about Tuesday night? Yeah? One of your coworkers wanted to watch the session on Saturday, but you wouldn't tell him the URL. You couldn't find the URL one. Oh, is that the one that came here? It was past his bedtime. Oh, well, yeah, it was late. It's 11 o'clock for you. Wah wah. Wah wah on him. He also didn't understand most of what you talked about. It's hilarious. But he wanted to he wanted to support you. That's pretty awesome. The one that popped in here that one time was able to stay awake the whole time. Good job on them. Oh, that was one of the newer coworkers. that popped in here. How are they doing? Ah. That's a good point, Nightshade. Ah, dude, how's Yalapo? Or was that Yalapo? Yalapo has moved on to other pastures if they're greener. Oh, okay. Nonsensical Paws. That's their name. Thank you. Hopefully they are greener. Hey, Nightshade, you need to gamble more points. Try and get to that 99, 100. Win. Get double. 4 times. Quadruple. Quintuple the amount of points. And hoard them all. The one that couldn't stay awake didn't talk because he didn't want to give away that he was watching. Aww. It's kind of cute. So, last week, I had to take Lula to doggy daycare, and producer son was helping the monster truck get ready for school and junk. And so, our route to work, our separate routes to work, do coincide a little bit. But I usually don't see him on the way. But this one time, the one time last week, I actually caught up to him. And then I just snuck up right next to him. And then he was listening to music or whatever. And then I waved at him. And then he didn't notice. And then I rolled down the window. Then I waved at him more. And he was like, and then like, hi! I would be all this to say that I would be the one that your friend, your coworker that fell asleep, is not that. I would be the one going, hey, Nightshade, on the chat. Because, yeah. Witness me! And it also didn't help that it was also really freaking cold that I rolled down my window. And he was like, what are you doing? It's cold. Probably was his thought. Or who is this person that's waving at me? Oh, it's my wife. Hello, wife. Thank you for telling your side of the story, producer son. There you go. I pulled up next to my sister's friend's mom's car. My sister's friend's mom's car one day when she was hanging out at their house. Nice. And then you just started waving, hi! Sister's friend's mom's uncle's former roommate. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing. Thanks, Marcus. Marcus. Gotta tell you, I'm sorry I did not get into C2E2, into the Artist Alley for C2E2 this year. Both of the kids were in the car, and I just happened to be going the same way. As I rolled up, I kind of recognized the car. Then you saw your sister in the window, and I stopped next to them because the light changed. Awesome. That's awesome. Not much, user. We're just chatting about rolling up to people that you know in the cars when they're, like, in the wild, when you're driving up next to someone that you know, and you're not, like, meeting up or anything. It's fun. It's fun to do that, to wave to people. Like, oh, hey, it's you. Oh, hey, I need to go now. The red light's changed. Yeah. Just working on nice little details, user. Just to give it a little bit more depth. Depth. There's this one time where I met your cousins in the store, and you weren't, like, meeting up with them. And you see them just randomly. Yeah! It's like seeing your teacher in regular clothes. Like you're an elementary school kid or something, or junior high. You're still in school, and then you see your teacher doing groceries. It's like, what? You live outside the school? I love that your sister waved at you. Is it time for some opaque white? Where's my opaque white? Where did I put it? I put it somewhere safe, and then I forgot where that safe place is. Ah, found it, actually. Alright, here we go, guys. Just mixing up my opaque white. Just making this line more delicate. How do you shade with watercolor? Because I've tried to try watercoloring, but I'm not the best. I use Posca and use really good Ohuhu markers. How do I shade with watercolor? Same concept as you do with, well, users. It is basically the same concept as with alcohol markers. You can either just use the color straight out the tube or mix it by layering. Or you can, well, additionally, you can pre-mix the color, the darker color that you want, and then applying the shaded area. Or, like with alcohol markers, you can layer it up. Like for here, I layered up a bunch of colors to denote shading, to denote highlights, lowlights, midlights. You explained that, you ended up explaining stuff to that coworker earlier today. What about the, about all the tabletop RPG jargon that you blew him away with? Welcome back, Jersey. Dad okay? Marcus. I will, no, not be at T2E2 this year. I got waitlisted. And also, it turns out that one of their sister companies is, has ICE relations. So I'm like, oh, well, that's disappointing. He knows D&D is very crunchy, but hasn't delved into it very much. Ah, okay. Crunchy. All the deets. Damn straight. Damn straight he wants to know the deets. He loves ya. And how's his cooking? Yep. It's a huge, 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 huge bummer. Because Jersey and I were ready to, like, go splitsies on an exhibitor's table. I was like, Okay, good. I'm glad. Oh, he wanted all the deets from your alumni thing. Nice. I know, it feels like I need to start really researching more conventions, different conventions. I already have one. I have the NWI Con at in 2 weeks. So that's more comic related. Holy crap. You okay, Jay? Or was it another, like, sales call thing? Ah, dealing with the technologies. Got it. Oh no! Boo earns! Yeah, ours, for some reason, mine, this one, this light that I'm using now turns off with this computer, which is fine, but I can't get the same thing to happen with my digital studio. Excuse me. Boo, Elgato light, boo. Alright. I think we're coming to a close here on this. I'm going to do one other effect that I like. Except now that I realize that I did not keep my eyedroppers. I tossed them. That's okay. What I'm going to do... and drop some water in here. It's gonna reactivate the ink. At least I'm hoping it will. And it'll draw out some of the pigment. Oh, Marcus, you're kind. Go. There you go. All right. I think at this point we can call this done, guys. This is a huge piece. This is not huge for me, but it's 11 by 17. It's barely a quarter of an inch cut off with. Oh, we should do. Is it dry enough? No, I still have all this to do. Hold on. Hold up. See, look. I made splotchy bubbles. Whee, splotchy bubbles. Yeah. That's what I want. That is exactly what I wanted. Look at that. Texture. Alright, now we're done. What we're going to do is unpeel this stuff. Get the most as clean lines. To reveal the tape underneath. Peeling the tape to reveal the protective tape. Oop, it took that one out. There you go. Alright, this was the tape to hold down the piece. Now I'm going to remove the tape that protected it from the tape that was holding it down. And I can show you what my initial piece was going to be, which is wholly different, totally different from what it was going to be. It was a completely different idea, and I thought it was going to be so cool. Then I sat on it, and then the idea just did not jive. So you'll see it, because I just literally flipped a piece of paper over and went, I'm drawing something else. And then this one was sitting on the back of my mind going, draw me instead. It's like, okay, all right. And this tape likes to tear. So we're going to use the last of the time to just get this tape out. There you go. Put me in. Yeah. Because the first string was definitely was having an off day. I actually drew it digitally, the initial piece, and then printed it out, and then started inking it, and then I was starting to think of, like, how the hell am I going to render it? Oh my god! Now you want to stick! Jeez. Hi! Who is saying hi? Oh, hey, Bella! How you doing? Welcome back. There you go. You got a phone? Congrats! Are you watching on your phone? There you go. Alright, guys. This is done. Done. Alright, let me just put the good old John Hancock. We're going to do it in white, apparently. Is this going to even work? Nope. $20, $26. There you go, guys. That's okay. That's all right, Bella. All right, guys. Here's Motoko, and let's check out. Here you go. This was the original piece. It was gonna be a Cyber Skyline with just completely Blade Runner feels on it, and I just wasn't feeling it anymore. My instincts were going you might want to pivot to something else. I was gonna do it was still going to be ink. It was still going to be ink, but it was going to be very washy and everything like that. And you can't see, you can barely see it, but there was all this structure in here that I was going to not outline, but it was going to have a lot of neon ambient light, and I'm like, I don't think I'll be able to execute it the way I wanted to do it. So then we pivoted to Motoko. Alright? Okay, everyone. I am calling it a night. Glad to have finished this. So now I can go back to my regularly scheduled program of drawing comics and inking comics. So everyone, thank you very much for sitting with me and experiencing this journey with me, and also listening to me rant about art. Thank you, Ozapa and User, for all your questions and everything. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see y'all on Tuesday. We'll be returning to our regularly scheduled comic work inking and everything. Peace out. Hug your loved ones. Wash your hands. Be excellent to each other. Good night.